Hey there, footy fans. Time for a bit more footy fun with FootyFin. And look, although my channel might be mostly frequented by NRL fans so far, the Rugby World Cup kicks off on Friday. And look, this is what NRL fans have to think about, right? The grand final is on the 1st of October. We're all going to have a little bit of withdrawal symptoms after that. And unlike last year, there's no Rugby League World Cup to sort of entertain us for the next 6 or 7 or 8 weeks. So what we will have at that stage is another 4 weeks after the NRL Grand Final of the business end of the 2023 Rugby World Cup. So think of it as a bit of a come down off the NRL season, if you will. And look, I'm here to give you FootyFin's guide for NRL fans to the Rugby World Cup. And I want to quickly run over the matchups this weekend. Of course, or you may not know, there are 4 pools of 5 teams each. There's a bit of intrigue in a way because probably the top 4 favourite teams are all focused in 2 particular pools. Thankfully, that isn't one that involves Australia, but I'll come to that another time. And yes, I've got the Wallabies jersey here, and here I've got an Irish jersey. This is actually a bit of a souvenir jersey given to me by a man called the Bull, one of Dublin's finest. Hey there, Bull. This is from the early 2000s, I believe, and autographed by a bunch of legendary Island internationals, including Brian O'Driscoll, etc. But more on that later. Anyway, it all kicks off this weekend with a blockbuster clash, New Zealand versus France in Paris. France are the hosts. I said the other day they've made the final 3 times. They've never won it. 2 of those finals appearances have been against New Zealand, both in Auckland, by the way. New Zealand won both times. But on the flip side, France have upset New Zealand, or New Zealand have choked against France in the semi-final of the World Cup in 1999, and the quarterfinal, even more dramatically, in 2007. So there is history between these 2 teams. They've both got points to prove. France are one of the top. I think these 2 are ranked maybe 3 and 4 in the world at the moment, according to rankings. France are missing about 3 key players due to injuries. New Zealand have 1 or 2 injuries, but they were worryingly thumped by South Africa in a warm-up game, whereas France beat the Wallabies pretty easily in a warm-up game. But anyway, that's hard to pick, really hard to pick. Will the home ground advantage see France get home? Wait and see. But Australian Eastern Time, that's about 5 a.m. Saturday. Just to quickly run through the other matchups over the weekend. Italy versus Namibia on Saturday night, Australian Eastern. Italy to win that. Ireland ranked number 1 in the world at the moment. I'm going to do at least one separate video on Ireland. If you can't tell, they are my second team for this World Cup. They've never won it. They've never even made the semi-finals. They're playing Romania Saturday night, Australian Eastern. They'll win that. Now, Australia kick off. Australia are lucky. We've got a pretty easy pool, and we start off with our easiest 2 games against Georgia, who I might say are up and coming in the rugby world. Look, who knows? Maybe think of them like a Gold Coast Titans on the rise, maybe, once they get under Des Hasler. But anyway, so that's 2 a.m. Sunday, Australian Eastern. Australia should win that. Then this is a big one. England versus Argentina. That's Sunday, 5 a.m. Australian Eastern Time. These 2 teams will surely come first and second in whatever order in their group. England are struggling a bit. Argentina doing pretty well under Aussie coach Michael Cheika, who incidentally coached the Lebanese National Rugby League team. He is of Lebanese background. He coached the Cedars, as they're called, in the last Rugby League World Cup. That one's really hard to pick, but because England is struggling, I'm just going to go with Argentina there. Sunday evening, Australian Eastern Time, Japan face Chile, South American. I think they're in their first or possibly their second World Cup. I think Japan will win that one. Now, this should be a good one. Ireland, South Africa and Scotland are in what's being called the pool of death. The first game is the game between South Africa and Scotland is early Monday morning, Australian Eastern Time. I think South Africa are going to win that, but it should be a good match. And then, likewise, in Australia's pool, we've got Wales and Fiji. We had both those teams in our pool at the last World Cup. Fiji gave us a scare before Australia ran away with it, and then Wales beat Australia. This might decide who qualifies for the quarterfinals out of this pool. 5 a.m. Monday, Australian Eastern Time. This is pretty hard to pick. Wales are struggling a bit. Fiji are coming off the back of an impressive win against England in a warm-up game in London. I'm going to go with the Fijians there. So that's it anyway for round one. So look, looking forward to this. It is exciting. Get on it. And as I say, for NRL fans, think of it at least as your October come down from the NRL season. Anyway, that's it from me. Till next time, catch you at the back of a scrum. See ya.